Get out your pictures of Spider-Man for the boy! Welcome back to another Marvel Legends review. This time it is of the Spider-Man classic themed Marvel Legends wave, based around the 90s animated series, kind of? At least in the packaging design it definitely is, and some of the character designs are inspired as such. Separate from the main first wave, they've had a couple of extra releases, including Jonah Jameson with Yaylee Ugle. Jonah Jameson with Daily Bugle. He doesn't come with any features, any like swappable heads or anything like that. So his action thing is just him holding a newspaper. But tough, gruff, and loud, Jonah Jameson is a force to be reckoned with in the boardroom and on the front pages of the Daily Bugle. As the newspaper's editor-in-chief, Jameson is a perennial thorn in the side for both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. This is kind of fun for a few reasons. One of my favourite Marvel Legends adjacent figures I've ever owned is I have most of the figures from Spider-Man, the 2002 movie, one of which is a J.K. Simmons J. Jonah Jameson who came with a desk, a chair, and a lever in his back that if you give it a pull, he bangs his fist on the desk. And his other hand is a pointing hand. Well, he's got a fist and he's got a pointing hand. So aside from filthy reasons, that is quite funny that I am now getting, 19 years later, a new Jameson figure. Who I'm mostly collecting this wave for the comic booky components of it all. I'm not a huge fan of the 90s animated series. As a kid, I kind of enjoyed it, but it's one of the few ones that I've looked back on since and gone, God, that's kind of awful, isn't it, really? Which is why I'm sort of thankful this one doesn't stick to his design too strictly. In the animated series, Jameson is wearing, yes, that tie, the red and black striped tie, and grey pants, but he's always wearing a blue blazer, a dark blue blazer, which was a look I never really cared for Jameson. It was almost too neat, Jameson should always look like he's been barking orders at people all day, and just look a little bit stressed, a little bit unsheveled. So the fact that they've gone for this design choice of him in an unbuttoned waistcoat and his tie askew and an absolutely furious expression meant that I had to pick up Old Flat Top in this range. So without further ado, let's get him open. Here he is, the amazing Jameson! Da-da-da! Yeah, he's quite flexible for a gruff old codger, really, isn't he? He comes with all the basic articulation you would expect from a Marvel Legends body. Notable differences. The sculpture of his nice shoes does sort of impede how flexible his ankles can be, which is a shame, because obviously if you want him standing or stumbling or walking over at somebody with a finger pointing, Parker, where are my pictures of Spider-Man? Kind of like stature. It's going to be a little tough to get him to balance on his own bloody legs. It's a shame. But other than that, pretty nifty. A couple of things I've noticed as well. He has a rib... oh no, it's an ab crunch. Ah, it's a full-on ab crunch, mate, from under the ribs. The waistcoat is a loose piece. So should you wish to take it off with care, then you can, and just have him in a shirt, which could prove to be a nice alt to the previous semi-Jameson release, which was a chameleon figure from a few years ago, whereby, oh, for Pete's sake, Jameson, he's not standing up. He's not standing. Do you know what? I'm going to balance him on top of a box. There we go. So we can stand a little more. Oh, God, I'll have to turn his ankles out. His thighs out. This is what I said. The ankles don't work. This is a live toy reaction, ladies and gentlemen, and it is not great on Jameson's part here. Does he have pegs? He has very shallow pegs, so I might be able to get away with balancing him on something. But, oh my God! Jameson! He's showing us right up, guys. Everyone back there's like, dude, just stand up. Just stand up. Just stand up, Jonah. Don't tell me what to do. Just bring me pictures of Spider-Man not standing up. Spider-Man can stand up. Look, he's standing up fine, mate. Oh, dear. For comparison, I'm going to have to lean him. For comparison. Spidey and Jonah. So he's a little bit shorter than Spidey. Spidey can stand, at least. This is the Spider-Man from the same wave. His accessories. He comes with 2 pairs of gripping hands, one of which he already has in box. This is his left hand, though. Gripping hand is perfect for holding a rolled up Daily Bugle, which, if it seems like a familiar prop, it's because it came with the Gwen Stacy figure in this wave. She also had a rolled up Daily Bugle to swat spiders off the wall with. He comes with a fist hand on his left hand and a pointed hand on his right to yell at Parker for not delivering his pictures on time, or Ben Urich for not providing copy, or to yell at Joe Robbie Robertson before Robbie's like, mate, stop. And he's like, oh yeah, sorry. But what's really nice is one of my favourite accessories ever comes with this Jameson, which is an open bugle. Why is that one of your favourite accessories ever, you might say? It's literally just a piece of card. Do be careful with it. Well, it's a copy of the Daily Bugle, but the pictures they use, for the most part, are pictures of the toys. So that is that Spidey action figure on the front page. Spider Sham, miscreant, menaces Manhattan. On the back, there's an interview with Electro. That's the action figure. There's a picture of Mysterio. It's the action figure. That is a nice detail. Also, it's got clues to the upcoming releases. At the time, not all of them were known. Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. He's come out since. Review coming soon. Oscorp, that's a Green Goblin reference. Mysterio, review coming soon. Electro, I'm not picking that one up unless anyone particularly wants to buy it for me. Let me know in the comments. I'll put it on my wish list. Nelson and Murdoch, Attorneys at Law, the Daredevil figure, of course, was one of the releases. Spider-Borg ended up being released as well. And Cat Burglar at Large. They've done a Black Cat variant as well. So that's kind of nifty that the paper is covered in little hints and teases at the range as it was and as it would be shortly after. But yeah, I mean, come on. That is a cool little accessory. Be very gentle with it, of course, because it is made of card. J. Jonah Jameson. The bugger doesn't stand up, but it's nice to have him in the collection. Maybe I can... If I can have him sort of like he's marching towards somebody to bollock him. Oh my god, I'm going to have to do some wrangling with him, because that is ridiculous. Jameson. It's a great sculpt. The paint is wonderful. It's a great addition to your Spider-Man cast, if you missed out on the Chameleon figure from a few years ago, with the Jameson alternate head. Some performance issues, but nothing that can't be resolved with a little bit of therapy or sticky tack on the feet. Oh, for God's sake, man, stand up. Would you be picking up this figure? Are you just happy it exists? Let me know. Let me know, and also if there's any figures on my wish list, which is linked in the description, that you want to buy for me to review, let me know, because of course I'll give you a shout out. You have no obligation to do that, of course. Just liking the video would be a big help too. Thanks so much for your time. I'm now going to try and get Jameson sober, because this is embarrassing.